This is He Knows the Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. Listen, man. See, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. Reverse bias, aka detractors, aka panders. They're trying to deter you from the truth. The truth of the fact of the matter is Manny Pacquiao ducked Errol the True Spence. Let me say it again. Manny Pacquiao ducked Errol the True Spence. What happened immediately or immediately? Let me say it again. What happened immediately or immediately after the Mikey Garcia fight? Errol the True Spence went like this to Manny Pacquiao. Bring your ass up in here. Manny Pacquiao was reluctant. You could see in his body language, he did not want Free Smoke Jr. Let me say it again. You could see in his body language, he did not want Free Smoke Jr. Lest you forget, lest I have to remind your asses. Let me say it again. Lest you forget, lest I have to remind your asses. Manny Pacquiao saw Mikey Garcia get reduced and regress to what? A Uber, Lyft, and hold up. Hey, taxi Tijuana cab driver fighter. He saw the reincarnation. He saw basically the second coming of a Floyd Mayweather, but for more of a tactical aggression, technical punching placement, and body snatching work, levying onslaught of a punishment style. Manny Pacquiao didn't want no parts of that because he envisioned himself in that ring. Case in point, go look at immediately after the fight when he surveyed a poll asking the fight fan community, who should he fight next? First and foremost, when a fighter does that, that tells you they have ducking energy associated behind them. Let me say it again. That tells you that a fighter has ducking energy associated behind him. Why do you need affirmation from fight fans to denote or to detect or to depict who your next opponent should be? When did Manny Pacquiao ever do this stuff in his career? That tells you everything you need to know. There was a reluctance to fight Errol the True Spence because he understood that that style right there is not a style that he wanted to fight in the ring. Case in point, Freddie Roach even confirmed that. Freddie Roach said, I'm not going to lie. I have to talk to Manny Pacquiao. Fighting Errol the True Spence is not wise. Remember, Freddie Roach is the one that said they call him the truth because there's no lies in his damn fist. Let me say it again. They call him the truth because there's no lies in his damn fist, dog. I keeps the foot on the what? On the necks. I keeps the foot on the what? On the necks. And like the Tibetan mastiff that I am, I apply what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts pipes, folks. That's what Errol the True Spence was going to do. He was going to fold Manny Pacquiao like a freaking pretzel and apply unlimited pressure. Manny Pacquiao didn't want that, man. He didn't want this Energizer Bunny of a stamina-filled fighter to expose him on so many forms, so many variations, and so many facets. Let's fast forward to Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia wants a paycheck, man. He wants a payout. The payback, like Errol the True Spence said, the tables have turned. You know why? Because he's the big fish eating all the damn little guppies. Let me say it again. He's the big fish eating all the damn little guppies. For fight fans to not recognize Errol the True Spence as the number one heavyweight, the number one welterweight in the damn division, you need to get your heads checked. Let me say it again. For fight fans to not depict and denote and to come out of their mouths and say that Errol the True Spence is the number one welterweight in the division, you have an issue. This is the fundamental problem with boxing. Reverse bias, aka detractors, aka panders, trying to deter you from the truth. No pun intended. Let me say it again. The truth. No pun intended. Because it is the truth. Because like Freddie Roach said, the man has no lies in his fist. When you are the new IBF and WBC welterweight champion, that means you're the most decorated guy in the division. You fought Kell Brook. That's credibility beyond credibility because Kell Brook was the number one welterweight in the 2015 to 2016 era. You fought Sean Porter. You outbrawled the brawler. I say 9-3 rounds. At worst, Bob Arum said, you can't get no worse than 8-4. You can't call it any other way than that. Spence beat him 8-4. Anything less than that is uncivilized. Errol the True Spence is a welterweight that's doing heavyweight lifting, dog. I don't know why I keep saying heavyweight because I'm thinking about Deontay Wilder. Errol the True Spence is a welterweight that's doing heavyweight lifting after heavyweight lifting. This is a guy that told you when he returns back to the sport, no tune-up. So Manny Pacquiao, yes, this fabricated nonsense of you now all of a sudden wanting to call out Errol the True Spence, I see you for what you are, man. You got to call a spade a spade. He's trying to do this nonsense that he did with Keith Thurman. He caught Keith Thurman off of this wounded animal situation, and he's thinking that Errol the Truth Spence is also a wounded animal. You better think twice, Manny Pacquiao. If you notice, this is why Manny Pacquiao pumped the freaking brakes. Let me say it again. Pump the freaking brakes, because he's seen the way Errol the Truth Spence been training. He saw that Derrick James came out and said, Errol the Truth Spence clicking on all cylinders. He hitting that punching bag like nobody's business. He's training the way that he used to. I don't see any slippages. This is why you see Manny Pacquiao. And number 3, for the number of confirmation, pump the freaking brakes. I'm telling you guys, man, when Errol the Truth Spence come back, he's going to put a lesson. He's going to teach all of these damn welterweights. Oh, y'all sitting here thinking that I slipped. Y'all sitting here thinking that I'm beatable. Okay, let's fight. Because I'm going to bulldoze and steamroll all of you guys. Errol the Truth Spence is not going to fight the fighter's style. He's not doing that no more. He's going to give these guys punishment, and he's going to continue to give them punishment, and he's going to continue to give them punishment in the ring. What you're going to get is the obliterator, Errol the Shredder Spence variation that's returning back into the ring. The guy that's sitting there and punishes you to the point to where your body tells your mind, I quit. That's the Errol the Truth Spence that's coming back into the ring. And the reason why all of these guys are calling out Errol the Truth Spence has nothing to do with the fact that Errol the Truth Spence is not the fighter that he once was. Rubbish. It has nothing to do with the fact that Errol the Truth Spence is hype. That's what we call ultra fanboy with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. That's delusions of an ibuprofen fanboy. That's what that is. A Cinnamon Alvarez fanboy variation thereof. What you got to look at is this. Errol the Truth Spence is the number 1 welterweight in the division. That's the facts. Anyone that's telling you otherwise either don't know nothing about boxing, choose to basically be a reverse bias, aka detractor, aka panderer, or purposefully omits the truth because they have to give you selective pandering. That's the facts. It is the facts, folks. What is Errol the Truth Spence haven't done for him to not be legitimate? A guy that's 26-0, 21 KOs, has over an 87 percentile of KO percentage. I mean, come on. What else does this guy have to do? Beating opponents in all forms and all fashions. Retired and damn near regressed 7 to 8 boxers from top 10 to not diction at all. What else does this man have to do? Now, he had a situation where he had a car crash. That's a self-inflicted situation. But now he's in the second beat or the second drum of his boxing career. And when he returns back, there's not going to be no time to play around. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. Like Clubber Lang said, what's going to be the prediction of the fight? Pain, pain, and more pain. But in Errol the Truth Spence, punishment, and more punishment, dog. So Manny Pacquiao, you want to be the next fighter? Get ready to fill out your AARP card. Danny Garcia, you want to be the next fighter? Get ready to retire your ass in Philadelphia, dog. I'm telling you guys, man, Spence is going to run over 147, lord over the damn division like he said he would, move his ass up to 154, and it's going to be time to take over that damn division. There's nobody getting in the Truth's way, dog, because he's the number 1 fighter. You could tell because of the level of vitriol and hate that's associated behind this guy. Just go look at his recent Instagram video. Spence ain't worried about nothing. Let me say it again. I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. That man ain't worried about nothing, dog. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.